Alright, this is going to be an iMovie remake of my Hampton Bay Carousel ceiling fan. It is 52 inches and it's from 1999, but the fan was actually bought in 2001. This is the first fan I ever bought with my dad. He also bought me the Hampton Bay Glendale, Hampton Bay Carousels 2, Hampton Bay Clarkson, and I think that's it. But this is the first fan I ever bought in period. I think this is the first time I actually went to a Home Depot. So when I first went there, I saw it on display and I just went crazy about it. I'm like, Dad, get me it. So this is kind of the fan that started everything in a way. Well, this used to be installed in my living room when we first got it back in 2001. It replaced a black ceiling fan that was a knockoff of a Casablanca fan. I don't know the model name of it, but there was the Casablanca fan that I don't know what's the model name, but the vents were just a bunch of circles on it. It was a black one, and this one they had the same exact vents on it, but it was a knockoff. I can tell, but because this one had polished brass blades and blade arms, that is, and the Casablanca one had black blade arms. Switch housing on mine was black. The blades were gloss black, and this fan took its place. And if that fan was still here, I probably would have had it still. But I kind of wish didn't. I should have told my dad at the time not to put this in the living room, to put it in my bedroom. I don't even know why he put a rainbow fan in the living room in the first place, to be honest. But because of it, it brought me so many memories. And I do wish that the other fan was still here, but I don't know. But I feel like that fan kind of led me to be more into fans, because this is the fan that really started my interest in fans like a lot more. It really like progressed it. Since getting this fan, I would always get the Home Depot catalogs. When I saw this fan in the 2001 catalog, that's what really it led to me doing those ceiling fan cutouts, which I'll show in a future video. I'm gonna do a slideshow of them. Yeah, this fan it really helped created my interest in ceiling fans. It really how do I say this? Like it really progressed it. It was a big influence on me collecting fans. It really interested me. And this fan I will never part with. People have asked me if I could sell it to them, but I can't. Even though these are very common, and I could probably get another one, since these do pop up on Craigslist around here quite often. This fan is just too sentimental to me. I can just never part with it. I've had it since I was 4 years old, and I plan to keep it forever because I actually want to put this in my first. Whenever I get married and have a kid, I want to put this in their bedroom. So yeah, it's just very sentimental to me. I can't, even though I just repainted the blade arms with the black spray paint that I got for the Hampton Bay Littleton. By the way, that actually just got repainted. That actually just got painted today. It's just drying up right now. So I was gonna do a video of it today, but I feel like, you know what? If I try to put it together now, I might get it all messed up and I'll have to start all over. And I did have to start over a few times because it wasn't completely dry, but now it's all better. But for now, I'm just gonna record this. But this one's actually a lot better. This is actually a pretty good Hampton Bay fan. Not the greatest fan out there, but it's definitely one of the better. I think this, in my opinion, is one of the best made multicolored fans out there. It's not some cheap one. And it does move a good amount of air too for what it is. So yeah, let me go ahead and show its features up close in different angles. Just like the spotlight kits on my Hunter low profile and my Hunter Passport 2, this is a three-way switch on it. So if you pull it once, the green and the other one turns on. Pull it a second time, the red and blue one turns on, and then pull it a third time, all four of them turn on. So I just showed it with and without a light, or up close in different angles. I don't know why there's two lights. It's like reflecting of light on like where the orange and yellow blade is, but I just tried cleaning the lens a bit. Still shows up, but yeah. I think it just, I don't know why, 'cause it didn't do that with the Passport 2 when I did an iMovie Remake. So yeah, maybe, and also it didn't do it with the low profile. So yeah, let me go ahead and shut off the lights and start off on low. Also, I forgot to mention, I have one of the two Hampton Bay pull chains that it came with. I'm missing the other one that got lost back when it was taken down. Here's low. So here it is on low. I don't know why the lighting's going on and off. It might be because of the reflection of the blades. Some of them are darker and some of them are lighter colored blades. It might be the reflection that's making the lighting go like this. It's not doing that in person, but maybe on the camera it's making me do that. I've never seen it do this before. I don't know why it's doing that now. Like go and try for it. Yeah, like in person it's not doing it. Only on the camera. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, this is actually, it's already moving the pull chains into low profile a little bit. It's probably also because it's right underneath it. So yeah, it's actually, I should have mentioned that I actually do have it right underneath the low profile, as opposed to where I usually test my floor tester fans. So yeah, I'm only gonna test them over here when I do an iMovie Remake, and when I do a regular floor testing, I'll test them over behind the couch that I'm sitting on right now. I moved over the couch and the coffee table so I can make room for this fan over here. Yeah, which hopefully when it gets up to high, it might actually make the low profile spin a bit. Yeah, I don't know why the lighting's doing that on the camera. I have no idea why. I think it's the coloration from the blades that the reflection might be causing me to do that. Some of them have a less. I feel like that's probably what it is, because the darker colors, they might, like the red, orange, and blue blades, they're a little bit darker than the green's a darker color than orange, but for some reason the orange has more of a reflection on the compared to the green blade. I can actually see it in person. Or actually, it could be the blue one, because every time the blue one comes over here, like in this direction, it brightens up the lens of the camera. Like the lighting gets a bit brighter. I think that's what it is. It's definitely the reflection from the glass blades that are making me do that. Looks like a candle, almost like the candle's lighting up the room a bit. So yeah, let me go ahead and show it up in different angles, and then I'll show up the light in different angles as well. So yeah, here it is on the low with the lights on. I don't know why those lights are showing up like there's like a reflection of the lights. See, like whenever I move the camera, there's like two like lights showing up. See, like right above the where the blade is spinning. But yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's never done that before. But yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing some iMovie remakes of the other fans I have. If you guys have any suggestions which one I should do, let me know in the comments below and I'll do it as soon as possible. It has to be one that's been up for a while at least. I need to start doing some greatest remakes for some of them, but they haven't got enough views yet, that's just it. I already know a couple from that I can do. So, yeah, look forward to that. So, let me go ahead and shut off the light and move the fan up to medium. So I just moved the fan up to speed, and now it's on medium. Still doing that weird lighting thing. I definitely think it's from the glass blades. I'm not sure, but that's just my guess. Since I have so much lighting around, I have the spotlight kit from the Hunter, low profile right above it. I think that's actually probably what it is, because it's every 4 Tesla fan I've done, not 4 Tesla fan, iMovie remake I've done so far, the ones that have actually had a light in it, they didn't really have glass blades on it. The kitty case, they kind of do have glass blades, but they didn't do this, but I don't know, it could just be, I don't know, but yeah, just doing it on this video, so yeah. You know, Brandon T. Johnson, he used to have one of these in his bedroom, and then he replaced it with that Howard Breeze fan that you guys saw when I did a video of his house tour, or the fans he had installed. But his had a yellow canopy, and mine has the black one. And I'm not sure if his had the black tip blade, but I do plan to bring this over to his place next time. So I am gonna, next time when he's here, after he graduates and after I'm out of college for the year, after I finish up the spring semester I'm out, I'm definitely gonna bring this over there to test it, because I actually have been wanting to test this for a while, and I feel like it'll be good for him to record it. And also just to test one again, since he doesn't have his no more. And he actually doesn't know what happened to it, but I'm guessing, I don't know if they threw it out, but yeah, he does not know what happened to it. Yeah, I do feel a nice little breeze on medium though. It really is a bit refreshing. So yeah, let me go ahead and show it up close with and without the light on. So yeah, I just showed it up close with and without the light on in different angles. So yeah. Every time I put this fan back together, it always reminds me of why I got this fan, because I really just love the look of it. It's a very unique looking multicolored fan. It's not just a basic looking one where it's just a lot of the ones I've seen recently, like newer ones, they look so like plain. This one really like has a lot of character to it. I just like it a lot. I can also see these fans at I don't know if you guys have heard of them before, but there's this place in Massachusetts. I don't know if they have them in other states. It's called Plaza Fun Time. I can see. Oh, it's kind of like or maybe like an arts and crafts place where it's like a base. It's basically a place where kids can go and they can paint stuff, like sculptures. Like if there's like a sculpture of like Mario or Luigi, for example, you can paint it. That's basically what I can see this fan at, or like at a Chuck E. Cheese. No, not Chuck E. Cheese, but some unique place or like a daycare. I can definitely see this at a daycare without a doubt. Or actually, I could actually see this at like an arcade. This would actually fit pretty well in an arcade, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like these would be perfect fans for an arcade. It'll definitely be a perfect fit for it. So yeah, maybe I'll shut off the lights and move it up to high. Alright, so I just moved the Hampton Carousel up to high. So yeah, it goes pretty fast. I can already feel a very nice breeze right over here. Poaching's on the low profile moving quite a bit. The blades on the low profile aren't moving at all, but yeah, I feel like if I put one of the Hunter fans underneath it, it probably would move it. Regardless, this fan is a pretty good air mover. It's definitely one of the better made Hampton fans, and the blades are a bit loose. Well, they're not loose. That's just the blade screws that hold the screws that hold the blades to the blade arms. They're a bit longer than they're supposed to be, but that's the way they came. I don't know why they're like that. I feel like when they first made this fan, the screws were meant for the blade arms that had like the little holes. It's kind of like the low profile on the Hunter. Like the older fans, the blade arms, they would have like, you can actually be able to see the screw through the bottom of the blade arm. But the newer ones, they like block that hole off, so you won't be able to see them. I feel like those screws will go to something like that. I don't know if they put the wrong screws in, because I have a feeling that the older Hampton carousels would have used those screws, since I'm pretty sure that the older ones had that little hole in the bottom where the screws would go all the way in. They need to come up through the bottom, but on the newer ones they don't do that. Once I shut off the fan, do a spin down, I'll show you guys what I mean. I might just have to get new blade screws for it, which shouldn't be an issue. It's kind of like the Hunter, the only fans that use like the rubber grommet. It's kind of like that, but they don't need. This doesn't need any rubber grommets. It's just that the blade screws are too long for the blades, and I don't know why they would pack blade screws that are too long for a fan if that's the one they're supposed to come with. They're always loose ever since this fan was first installed. And then we took it down, put the Hampton Carousels 2, which was installed back in 2008 up until 2014, which was replaced by a code up pregnancy. Then the code up was replaced by a low profile from Hunter. I don't know if I mentioned the other fans that were installed in the living room, but I figured I might as well just do it just in case. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna go ahead and move up the camera up close so I can show it to you in different angles with the light on and off. So yeah, I just showed it with and without the light on, up close in different angles, and I brought it up close so you can hear the air movement. Pretty good air mover. I definitely would recommend this for a bedroom fan. Like, if you can find one for a kid's room or something like that, this definitely isn't a bad fan for the room at all. Definitely moves around air. It's a good air mover. Wouldn't say Casablanca quality, obviously, but it's definitely a lot better than a lot of the other fans that they have that are kid fans. It's definitely one of the better ones. Almost as good. It's actually, the air movements, it is less than a Hunter, but and this fan's always been good for me. It's never really had issues, so I would recommend it. Especially if you're a collector, if you just like Remake fans. This is definitely the best one for you to get, in my opinion. So yeah, let me go ahead and shut it off and do a spin down. So yeah, I just shut off the fan and let's do a spin down. Spin down shouldn't be too quick on this, since this fan was used quite a bit when it was installed. So yeah, it's definitely the blades that are making the light do that. Like, as it was slowing down, it's starting to do it a lot less. And as I moved the fan up to speed, it kept doing it was going quicker. Yeah, it's whenever the blue blade comes closer, it does it. Well, after all, it is showing up more on the camera. That one has the most like reflective on it. Like, it's more glossy looking on the camera, so that could be it. Yeah, I am definitely glad that I painted the blade arms today, because when I took them out, I was gonna do iMovie Remake of it. I'm like, I saw them and they were in pretty bad shape. They were very scratched up. Yeah, that I'm pretty glad I got that out of the way finally. They're a lot more. They actually are more shiny than they used to be, so that's something I like a lot. They weren't this shiny before. They actually weren't that glossy actually either. So I really do feel like that makes it. It really gives more detail to the blade arms. It makes them look more. I just kind of wish the fan was more shiny. I do. I don't want to. I was gonna paint the blades when like a year ago. I was saying I was gonna paint them, but I actually changed my mind. I'd rather see from the way it is. Whenever I do find another one, I'll just use those blades on it. Just have one as an extra one. Because this fan, if the motor fails on it, I'll just swap. I'll do a motor swap. But this exact fan I really want to keep. Yeah, even though it did not fit in the living room at all, it was definitely a good living room fan without a doubt. It kept the room pretty cool. I remember that. It was actually a pretty good air mover. This definitely moves some more air than the Carousel too, from what I remember. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take out the Carousel 2 one of these days before tested, so I'll look forward to that. I actually should have done that a while ago. I'm surprised I didn't. So yeah, that'll be a video that will be coming out this year. Hopefully, if it is able to be floor tested, but I'm pretty sure it can be. Alright, it's come to a complete stop. Before I end the video, I did say earlier that I would show what I meant by the blade screws being a bit loose. So yeah, these are blade screws. They're tight. I tightened them completely, but yeah, they're just a bit loose. And it's a good view of it right there. It is. So yeah. Let me just get back to where I was. So yeah, that'll be the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos to come. If you have any suggestions of what fans I should do an iMovie remake of next, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to to take your requests. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.